The TV1 News is proudly brought to you by
Good evening, this is Sunday's news. Thanks for joining us. In this edition, government calls for collaboration. Court services sees improvement. And 2026 digital ExxonMobil season kickstart. Prime Minister James Marape has issued an urgent directive to all project administrators and government agencies across the country to immediately report on the impacts of Tropical Cyclone Mila as the government intensifies its national disaster response efforts. This follows earlier warnings and precautionary measures announced, with the government moving into full response to ensure timely assistance reaches all affected communities.
Prime Minister James Marape has issued an urgent directive to all project administrators and government agencies across Papua New Guinea to promptly report on the impacts of Tropical Cyclone Mila as part of the government's intensified national disaster response efforts. This move comes in response to earlier warnings and precautionary measures announced by Marape, highlighting the government's commitment to transitioning into full response mode to ensure that timely assistance reaches all affected communities. In his statement, Prime Minister Marape emphasized the importance of rapid communication and coordination among various agencies and organizations. He stressed that these efforts are critical in saving lives and delivering urgent relief to those impacted by the cyclone. The government is prioritizing the safety and well-being of its citizens as it navigates the challenges posed by the natural disaster, with ongoing assessments to gauge the extent of the damage and the needs of the affected areas. The Prime Minister confirmed that the government has activated a whole-of-government response, including the Papua New Guinea Defence Force, the National Disaster Centre, and the central government agencies and provincial administrations. He said these agencies are now on standby and actively coordinating logistics to deliver food, medical supplies, and emergency assistance to affected populations. The Prime Minister assured citizens in impacted regions that the government stands with them during this difficult time. He also called on churches, community leaders, NGOs, and private sector partners to work alongside the government in a unified national response. Freddie Mo, TV1 News.
Communities across East Nakanai in West New Britain province have been severely affected by heavy rainfall linked to Cyclone Mila, with extensive damages to roads and transport routes throughout the district. In some areas, rainfall exceeded 600 millimeters, which has led to roads washed out and access cut disrupted.
The impact has been felt across the broader community as well as by Aggie Oil Palm Limited, whose plantations and smallholder growers have been cut off due to damaged infrastructure. In response to the situation, HOPL has deployed heavy machinery and road crews to affected areas, prioritizing the restoration of main highways and critical road links. The company says its mandate focus is to ensure continued access to timber, particularly in the event of medical or emergency needs. Once key routes are stabilized, efforts will move towards reopening plantation and smallholder access roads to resume the collection of fresh fruit branches when conditions allow. HOPL confirmed that a significant portion of ongoing work is being carried out on government-owned roads as part of its support to surrounding communities. While these roads are vital to company operations, they are also essential for community safety, transport, and livelihoods. Meantime, in the Talasea district, a major bridge along the Kimbe-Talasea Highway has collapsed. The Kulia Bridge has collapsed towards the Navarai plantation. The damage is so deep that it won't allow trucks to pass through. Member for Talasea, Freddy Kumai, has urged the Department of Works and Highways to assess and assist the people. As of Wednesday, April 8, the weather system remains south of New Britain Island, and authorities warn that unstable conditions may persist over the coming days. There remains an ongoing risk of flooding, flash flooding, landslides, and further road damages. However, as of this morning, Tropical Cyclone Mila has weakened and is unlikely to redevelop. The cyclone is below gales and is now categorized as an ex-tropical cyclone according to the National Weather Service. Although it has weakened below gale force, ex-tropical will still cause strong winds for the next few days. Freddy Mo, TV1 News.
District courts in Papua New Guinea will now have their own F-POS machine for court users to pay court service fees. This was made possible through the launch of the F-POS machine rollout initiative by the Magisterial Services. Court users will now make direct payment of court bail and other court service fees at designated district court locations using F-POS machines. This was made possible through the launch of the F-POS machine rollout initiative by the Magisterial Services on Friday, April 10th in Port Moresby. Chief Magistrate Mark Pupaka said over the years the district court have faced challenges with managing the court fees. Often funding is lost because there is no standard payment structure.
Hiccups we are experiencing in converting bail to fine. All months I pay bail, sometimes in cash. Cash is collected at the police station. Other times it's being paid, and when people are on bail, there need to be a structured way in which bail is converted to fine.
Pupaka said the implementation of the F-POS machine rollout will allow for proper management of court fees and be convenient for court users to make payments using cards and avoid the practice of paying using cash at district court locations.
Some F-POS machines shortly at district court locations. So there will be direct payment of bail and court fees, that's filing fees principally, and other fees that fit into that category, and court service fees directly through the F-POS machines.
Another initiative that was launched to support the F-POS machine rollout is the Revenue Generation Database. This system will collect data and manage the non-tax revenue generation for the district courts.
Management of non-tax revenue generation through the collaboration with our partners, the district court treasuries, district treasuries and the finance and treasury department, with the use of the F-POS, rollout of the F-POS machines to make life easy for everybody.
An additional launch is the mediation and file management practice rules aimed at redirecting the way mediation processes are implemented at the district court level to ensure a healthy percentage of cases are mediated through conclusions quickly.
Jenny, is that people agree to live with each other. Shared results. That's direct opposite of what happens in the courtroom, which is one blow side by win. But mediated results, even if you concede to someone having what they are asking for, it's still something that you have a hand in agreeing to. So that's how we want to shape district court results, and we are going.
Meanwhile, Chief Magistrate Mark Pupaka announced that the court fees will be increased, effective once approved by the Judicial and Legal Service Commission. Pupaka said the magisterial services made these changes coinciding with the launch of the new revenue generation database system, the F-Post machine rollout, and mediation and file management practice rules.
The actual implementation is awaiting the approval by the JLC. It's pending. Hopefully JLC will give the note soon, and we will. So when in the coming months, upon JLC's approval, when we implement this, people will know. It won't be pocket breaking or anything like that. It's not a big increase. It's just reflecting the increase in the across the board increase in. There'll be many levels of increase, probably around 20 kina, 30, 50 kina, that sort of thing, but not exponential increase. It is in line with civil charges that are applied, not at the national court standard, by the way. But it's enough. The increase is enough to just be justifiable.
TVWAN News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSB's One Talk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with PSB's One Talk Wallet. PSB's One Talk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
When you're all in, anything can happen. Grab a Coca-Cola and enjoy the moment.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
Show the dishes who's boss. Fight mess with Axion, the tough grease stripper. 100% effective at doing the dirty work. The triple active power breaks down tough grease, and its antibacterial formula leaves dishes squeaky clean. Get tough on grease. Get Axion.
Welcome back. The Bulolo Technical Vocational School in Morobe Province is set to receive a major infrastructure boost with the construction of a new 4-in-1 steel classroom. A groundbreaking ceremony was held recently, marking the start of the project, which will be built by Atlas Steel PNG.
Member for Bulolo Sam Basil Jr. announced that full payment has already been made to Atlas Steel to kickstart the construction of the new classroom. He emphasized the importance of technical skills in developing the country, saying support for the school is part of his ongoing commitment to education in the district. This is the second major assistance provided to the school this year. A week ago, Basil Jr. paid school fees for Bulolo students enrolled at the institution. He said that while he is prepared to send more students to study technical trades, the lack of classroom space remains a major challenge. Basil Jr. also clarified that the Bulolo District Development Authority approves all projects and stressed that the development work in the district is a collective effort and not a one-man show. Bulolo District Administrator Joe Paru welcomed the classroom project. He said, as schools grow in standard and enrollment, they must also be supported with proper infrastructure, including teachers' housing. Atlas Steel PNG says the construction of the 4-in-1 steel classroom is expected to take 6 months or less to complete. Once completed, the new classroom is expected to improve learning space and training capacity at the Bulolo Technical Vocational School. Susan Oreape, TVWAN News.
The newly appointed New Island Development Corporation Board was sworn in recently by Senior Provincial Magistrate Patricia Tivesi and witnessed by Governor Byron Chen in Kavieng. The new NIDC board comprises Kristen Takap as chairman. The directors are Robin Tilipi, Pylos Freeman, and Richard Andia. Takap thanked the Provincial Executive Council for having the trust in the board. The board held its first meeting after the swearing-in ceremony, where a technical project working committee was endorsed. The technical team is tasked to oversee projects that will target agriculture and fisheries in Kavieng and Namatanai. In India, one city has seen 500 ceramics factories shut as a war thousands of kilometers away cuts off the gas they depend on. The $11 billion industry that supplies tiles to the world is now paralyzed, and after a month of disruption, thousands are struggling to survive.
This is Morbi, Western India. It's the engine of the country's ceramics industry, the second largest industrial cluster of its kind in the world. But decades of growth have now been derailed. Inside Kishore Dilera's factory, the machines have stopped.
We've seen a lot of wars before, but this one really affected us.
Operations collapsed almost overnight when war in the Middle East disrupted the flow of gas.
Gas is the main material. It's what makes the ceramics hard.
India imports around 60% of its LPG, almost all of it through the Strait of Hormuz, a critical route that's effectively blocked and now at the heart of ceasefire negotiations.
If the war goes on, normal people can't afford it, and factories can't absorb the cost.
Across Morbi, more than 500 factories have shut. Hundreds of thousands of workers are affected. Hari Gupta has worked in these factories for 20 years as a kiln operator.
There's no cooking gas. Work is shut down. My kids need to go to school. I'm the only breadwinner. How will we manage?
He can't return to his village. His health won't allow it. But he also can't stay here for too much longer.
I'm pleading with God. This war must stop.
Thousands of migrant workers are leaving Morbi every day at train stations like this, bus depots, and even crammed into the back of trucks. Now, after more than a month of factories being shut, waiting for them to reopen is untenable, and going home is the only way they can survive.
A distant war with consequences felt here in the lives of those who can least afford it.
Sports is next. I'll join you on the other side with your news in sports. Stay tuned.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, PSP's One-Took Wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at PSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our One-Talks, to our family, to the ones we love. PSP's One-Took Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
When you're all in, anything can happen. Grab a Coca-Cola and enjoy the moment.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE.
Start your day by doing the 1, 2, 3 with Colgate. Wake up. Brush your teeth. And smile. Smile throughout your day with Colgate.
Central Province is our home.
The tides of the Coral Sea are our heartbeat. From the coast to the mountains,
Traditions pass generation to generation.
the sea and our gardens sustain us.
Our songs carry our legends through time.
Our home is Central Province. Our nation is Papua New Guinea.
Welcome back. Central Dabaris and Gulf Isu opened the 2026 Digital Cup ExxonMobil season with wins on Sunday at the National Football Stadium. The Central Dabaris registered a big win, thumping Wagitumbes 34 points to 18 in the first match of the triple header in Port Moresby. Gulf Isu had a powerful start, securing a strong win over PRK Mandimuruk's 20-16. Isu led 14-6 at halftime, putting them ahead by 8 points after a dominant first-half performance. In the second half, the Muruks fought back strongly but fell short by 4 points. Here are the highlights.
Connect, but good clean up there by that was good, waiting for the line. Central Dabaris, they go short side again, and there goes another try. The Central boys have gone back to back. This time it's Valentine Wembley back now towards the left. They kick through, kicking for junior hockey, and yes, sends it long to Uda. Good work here. Bongoro this time, he will score. I think he has. They come back towards the left side, short side, good hands here, and Aki goes over. Beautiful put down there from Central Dabaris. Big fellow is going to go all the way. How about that? Vane Manu. Becky, they've got numbers, they will score, and Kavara goes over. Sit high, angling towards that right-hand corner, Chasers coming through. Wow, how about that? Through the middle, a neat pass away, good take here by the Gulf Isu, and they will go in. Ball away just in the nick of time. Felix, Becky goes over, stepping his way through, some flimsy defense, and the Isu continues the onslaught here. Long pass across to the other end, looking for options, PP joining in the line as well, but good defense from Gulf Isu. They've done really well to shut out Mendy Muruks.
Has he got the ball down?
Definitely. The Orchids back in 23, I think, and then they've done it here. The Galfiso somehow have prevailed over the more fancied Muruks this afternoon at full time. Iso on 20.
The 2026 ICC Under-19 Women's T20 World Cup East Asia Pacific qualifier, hosted in Port Moresby, is on schedule to wrap up on Monday, April 13th at the Amini cricket pitch. 5 teams, including host Papua New Guinea, Vanuatu, Fiji, Indonesia and Samoa, have been contesting a round-robin series since 8 April. Samoa has impressed so far, winning their first 3 matches and looks well placed to claim the spot to the ICC Under-19 Women's T20 World Cup in Bangladesh and Nepal in early 2027.
The Samoa Under-19 women have been impressive, picking up 3 wins so far and now at the threshold of qualifying for next year's ICC Under-19 World Cup. They finished their campaign against Fiji on Monday, which is very much a formality. Meanwhile, Fiji recorded their second victory on day 4 of the tournament. Papua New Guinea faced Indonesia in their final match today. Tournament director Emily O'Brien said the competition has produced strong performances and some improvements across the team.
We are day 4. We have just finished I think this is our 7th game for the tournament, and we have Fiji have just recorded their 2nd win here today. Samoa won our earlier game today, which was their 3rd win of the tournament, which puts them in a really strong position to progress through to the World Cup. However, it's not over yet. We do still have 2 more days of competition, and we have 3 great matches coming up.
O'Brien also praised PNG for hosting the tournament, adding facilities are second to none.
It's been fantastic having PNG host. Cricket PNG have done an amazing job. They're fantastic hosts. The facilities are second to none, so we're really lucky to have that here in our region, but also they're amazing the way that they put it on, and it's been a fantastic show. I think everyone's had a really, really great time while being here.
She welcomed Vanuatu's debut at an ICC level and noted that visible improvement in the standards and some standout individual and team performances since day 1. O'Brien thanked coaches from Australia and New Zealand who joined the tournament and acknowledged funding support from the Australian government through Pacific All Sports and praised Cricket PNG for the great hospitality.
The winner of this tournament will qualify for the ICC Under-19 Women's T20 World Cup, which is going to be held in Bangladesh and Nepal in early 2027. So dates haven't quite been finalised for that one yet, but we will see a country come from this tournament and represent the East Asia Pacific region at that event, which is super exciting.
The tournament winners will qualify for the ICC Under-19 Women's T20 World Cup in Bangladesh and Nepal in early 2027. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
New Zealand has sealed a spot in the FIFA Women's World Cup 2027 Oceania qualifiers final after a commanding 5-0 victory over Fiji on home soil at FMG Stadium in Hamilton. They will now play against PNG Billums in the finals on Wednesday evening at North Harbour Stadium in Auckland, and are just 1 match away from reaching their 7th FIFA Women's World Cup.
Underway, American Samoa and Papua New Guinea.
The battle for the only Oceania spot in the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup came to the final stage this weekend as Papua New Guinea Billums and New Zealand Ferns secured the spot for the final showdown on Wednesday, April 15th at North Harbour Stadium in Auckland. Papua New Guinea sealed its OFC qualifier final spot earlier yesterday afternoon after defeating American Samoa in a close contest, winning 1-0, a lone goal from Karen Kalapai. American Samoa failed to muster an equalizer in the second half, ending their historic qualifying campaign. In the contest between New Zealand and Fiji, New Zealand sealed their spot in the Oceania qualifiers final for the World Cup after a commanding 5-0 victory over Fiji on home soil at FMG Stadium in Hamilton. New Zealand will look to maintain its spot in the World Cup, while PNG will push to beat the strong side, New Zealand, to make its first appearance in the FIFA Women's World Cup. This ends the sports segment, and now the weather. Tropical Cyclone Mila as the weekend below gales and have been categorized as an ex-tropical, according to an advisory issued by the PNG National Weather Service today. Ex-tropical Cyclone Mila advisory effect for the Milne Bay province for the coastal and island communities of Woodlark, Trabrian Islands, Ferguson, Noma Bay, Sudest, Misima and Russell Islands, and also for Bougainville. People advised to remain vigilant while venturing to the edge of the sea until the next tropical cyclone Mila moves away from the PNG waters. Ex-tropical cyclone Mila will still cause heavy rain, strong winds, a strong surge, and coastal inundation until early next week. And that wraps up Sunday's news. Have a pleasant week. Good night.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by